We'll turn now to our daily business segment with our editor, Charles Pellegrin, and we're going to focus on the issue of TV rights for the Women's World Cup. Just a month ago, there were fears of a media blackout for the tournament. Charles, tell us more.
That's right. National broadcasters and FIFA, which holds the media rights to the tournament, were in a standoff over the TV licensing of the tournament. Broadcasters were unwilling to cough up the amounts demanded by FIFA. Some media reports saying FIFA was looking for $300 million in global media rights. FIFA says this is a way to invest more money directly into the women's game. As a point of comparison, FIFA made close to $3 billion in broadcast income for the 2022 Men's World Cup. Initial offers for today's tournament were actually coming in at 1 or 2% of the offers made for the men's tournaments. FIFA boss Gianni Infantino described these as a slap in the face. In Europe, the two sides found an agreement about a month before the tournament kicked off. The BBC and ITV paying somewhere between $9 and $10 million for the rights in the UK. In Japan, a deal was struck just last week. According to the Wall Street Journal, FIFA ended up settling for $200 million in valuation in global broadcast rights. That's $100 million short of their goal.
Now, Charles, this is obviously not the first Women's World Cup, so why is this issue only surfacing this time around and not any of the previous ones?
Well, before this year, the rights to the women's tournaments were always bundled in with the rights to the men's tournaments. In the U.S., for instance, Fox Sports purchased the rights for all World Cups, men and women's, between 2018 and this year for $425 million. But this time around, FIFA decided it was going to sell the rights for the Women's World Cup on its own for broadcasters who didn't already have an agreement. The decision was based on rising TV viewership for the women's game. As you can see here, the 27 World Cup garnered over 200 million TV viewers, but that figure has been steadily climbing to over 500 million viewers for the 2019 World Cup. This represents people who tuned in for more than 20 consecutive minutes. Just looking at the finals, the 2019 final between the U.S. and the Netherlands attracted 260 million viewers worldwide, and the final of the 2022 European Championship attracted 365 million viewers, so still going up.
Now, one of the goals, Charles, with this price increase is to be able to give the players in the Women's World Cup the same prize money as men's players.
That's right. The tournament, this tournament will be actually a turning point for the very first time. Every player will be guaranteed a minimum of $30,000, more than double the average annual salary for a professional in the women's game. But this still pales in comparison with the men's game. Let's have a look. The overall prize money in 2022 for the World Cup in Qatar was $440 million, with $42 million going to the winning team, Argentina. The pot for the World Cup in Australia and New Zealand starting today is about a quarter of that at $110 million, with $10.5 million going to the winning team, which hopefully, Aaron, will be France.
Indeed, we'll see. We got Australian fans in the studio. We've got French fans in the studio, American fans in the studio. We'll see who's able to win. Charles Pellegrin with Business. Thank you.